Hello, 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 and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Tanny.
Hola.
By Richard.
Hello.
By Sean.
Hello.
By Sean.
Ew.
By Amy.
Hello.
And by Kiri.
Hello, everyone.
And
I'm the only American.
How dare you? I am an American.
The la la lu la lo.
Oh.
John, you're going to have to do this with the accent.
We're here to play...
That's not the accent!
we're here to play D&D.
D&D.
Yes, Snake.
That's right, indeed.
Find D&D. I can't do this accent for much longer.
That is because you are weak, John.
It's because I am not David Hayter, or a professional voice actor, or very good at accents.
Gray Fox.
We had to play some D&D Rime of the Frostmaiden, and last time you guys stood up to the threat of the Chardalyn Dragon and managed to bring it down over Tourmaline. You sound like a bootleg shadow.
Maria.
Maria.
That's Meryl.
Everyone's saying Maria. I'm thinking of old Spanish soap operas.
I really thought you were going to go with something like, how do we solve a problem like Maria?
I was thinking Valium. That's how you solve a problem like Maria.
Yeah. You brought down the Chardalyn Dragon in Tourmaline, where your adventures first began. It wreaked very minor destruction on the docks, and somebody tripped and spilled their jam donuts.
Sad times for the guy.
Tragic. Several of the other towns around the 10 towns have been torched. You don't know at the moment the full extent of the damage to the towns that you haven't been to. But you do know that your actions had lasting consequences, that you have saved people's lives, that you have stopped the attack, that you helped to save the lives of people at the mines in Tourmaline as a branch of Duergar saboteurs were going to bring down the entrance to the mine and trap people within. The speaker included, and Speaker Mastiao has suggested that after you have some time to rest up in Tourmaline, you travel to Bryn Shander. He would be heading on ahead to sort of be a part of a council of the speakers to decide what the next plan of action is, at least from the 10 towns perspective, and that they would want to reward you for your actions. And you set to some of you taking apart the Chardalyn Dragon. Moss attempted to spend as much of the afternoon rescuing people's possessions, helping to put out fires and deal with the immediate destruction around Tourmaline, while several of the party celebrated the victory with good old-fashioned drinking copious amounts of alcohol. Later into the evening, as things started to settle down and the group reconvened in the common room of the tavern, Verlaine's surname, Harpel.
Great surname.
Yeah. Verlaine Harpel approached Carrion, suggesting that there was a great trove of secret magic ripe for the taking if they could just find a hidden book, the Codicil of White. It would lead to a buried treasure of the ancient empire of Netheril, which her research suggests is instrumental in the unending winter.
Yes.
Damn.
But only Carrion knows about that.
But at the
for
moment,
now.
only Carrion is appraised of this situation. And so the morning comes, the sunlight is dim because it's still the middle of winter. Slowly you make your way back downstairs once more to the common room of the tavern, where a hero's breakfast is served.
during the night,
Yes.
could I have worked a couple of hours continuing to scribe my
Yes.
scribe a spell? How many hours could I get in?
Help you. Goddamn cat.
As you are under no pressure, you could take 2 hours before sleeping and 2 hours after sleeping to finish off scribing the book before heading down to breakfast.
Gives me a full 6 hours that I needed to scribe to put it in.
That is indeed the full amount of time you need to do the thing. Also, R. Norton 42 has just subbed with Prime. They've subbed for 1 month streak at the moment, but they've been with us for 4 months in total.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yes. Lazzy basted.
Nice.
So yes, you have that in your spell book now, Sean.
I shall try to figure out how to add that into my stealth. At least on thingy, on D&D Beyond.
Yes.
It's just fine.
Good.
Fireball. I'm sure nothing bad will happen with me knowing fireball.
No, it's fine. Is there anything anyone else would like to do during the night or before you head downstairs for breakfast?
Wouldn't you think that sounds creepy to be doing in the night? Like, I don't know. So, in the dark of the night. Da, 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 da.
You know what? Great. Now I have to watch Anastasia. Thanks a lot.
Moss will have probably climbed up into the rafters somewhere in the tavern
Okay.
to sleep.
Like a squirrel.
I think I have found myself wearily, not lightly hungover, but not too poorly.
You're a dwarf, so it's fair to say that you can handle your ale.
Exactly.
This is apparently a level of pushing it. But
Absolutely.
yeah.
Cherry's just gonna like have a nice hot drink, and she's just like sat outside of the tavern or something, just enjoying the snow or something that's out there. Just enjoy it, just chilling for a bit before she heads off back to bed.
Okay.
trying to keep her mind at ease and knowing the fact that the information that she gets from Dawn is that both the siblings are fine and safe for now. But she's trying to figure out, like, okay, what can I do next in order to find them if they're not in where they're supposed to be.
Nice.
You're nice.
Hey, you're nice.
Ah. You're
You're nice. Why do you look creeped out?
Creeped out.
Eventually, the following morning, the group gathers together in the tap room.
And AJ gets a phone call.
Oh,
How dare you?
It's weird, you don't normally hear sending spells.
Yeah.
AJ's agent got a big opportunity. And she was pissed off.
Lots of money coming in for the Heroes of Icewind Dale tour.
I got a gig. There's a gig going down at the Yawning Portal. You know, what's your name for?
You gather in the tap room, and there is a quiet murmur. It's not amazingly busy early in the morning, but there are some people having breakfasts. There is an activity, and there is an amount of people that are sort of, some more successfully than others, trying to not pay attention to you and failing.
I am going to eat my breakfast.
Carrion's going to eat his breakfast off just a big plate of sausages.
Okay.
And keep looking over his shoulder at them. Just like the people, if he notices, just like staring and stuff, looking over nervously.
Anytime you try to make obvious eye contact with them, they invariably suddenly become very interested in the menu, the table. The ceiling is suddenly very exciting to them.
I'm just gonna sneakily look at them like they don't I'm just in a position where I can see them, but they don't know that I'm looking at them.
Okay.
Just seeing what's their suspiciousness, why they're acting awkward. Sharpening
a dragon.
I just thought they were I thought they're just being awfully suspicious at one point. So she's casually just sharpening netherlight a bit.
So
You
and then
guys, we might have to take these people out. They're really suspicious.
You very publicly and openly not only bossed around the militia and got the speaker and 30 of the most vulnerable people in town rescued, but you were instrumental in bringing down a dragon. To be clear, these are people that are seeing a celebrity in the breakfast hall.
I think the problem is most of us are just used to attention being bad.
Yes.
Yeah. Sean is fully aware of this is the case. Carrion,
Yes.
who's been taught all his life to
Attention is a bad thing and don't draw it to yourself.
He's very nervous about it.
Oh no, AJ's relishing in this.
This
Cherry's just
DJ is just randomly
no.
posing. Just
Flicking his feathers.
Yeah.
I'll be on this table over here if you want some autographs.
several small kids run over with drawings of the dragon that they have done in crayons and charcoal drawings.
Out of character. Of the dragon.
Yes.
I bet
No, it's killing the dragon.
the dragon fans.
There are There are limited drawings of you fighting the dragon. Some of the older kids have drawn the battle scenes. Mostly, like, these are like the stick figure drawings of 5 and 6 year olds of like very, very rough sketches of the dragon, and then like the 6 of you maybe in front of it. But also in the very limited color palettes, very bright crayons or charcoal drawings.
There's no perspective or anything. It's
It's like there's one with AJ flapping in front of the dragon, and it looks a bit like a chicken, maybe, but blue.
I am flattered, and AJ, every time he signs one of these, will like deliberately sign over the dragon.
I love the idea that Goat has just put into the chat, which is like there's one where AJ has just been drawn as a hand turkey. Like a 3-year-old just hands you like their hand, but it's like a blue hand print with eyes drawn on it.
I want to imagine that kid hands you it and you notice his hand is painted blue. Just slather. Just slap on the page there.
Yeah, it's done on the back of the menu. It's literally they've just been doing it in the corner of the breakfast hall.
It's brilliant.
Is there any interaction you guys wish to have with each other, or any useful information any of you might have that you wish to share with the rest of the group?
Arian,
What?
pass the salt, please.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you for the deep and meaningful conversations.
Yes, of course.
What? It's this kid keeps getting distracted by people whispering and looking and stuff. Why are they looking at us?
Well, we just killed a dragon and did things. So there's going to be a lot of attention towards us.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
We did something good, something heroic. You might as well bask in it a little.
Heroes. No.
It's just another days of work on it for me.
It's so. Oh, so humble.
I don't like attention. No.
It's all right. I'll soak up the attention for you. Picture this: the avian of joy in his own production of slaying a dragon. What else could be better?
If you need me to protect you from anybody, from onlookers, just let me know and I'll just tell them to move away.
I've already forgotten her damn name.
Hello?
Well, they're never...
She asked me about. Well, she kind of mentioned that she kind of wants possibly some work out of us after we have to go to Bryn Shander, obviously, then or whenever we want to get around to it. She's trying to find out about Ethrine. She's one of the sections or towers or something of Netheril. The ones like the upside down tower we explored, and like that's part of Netheril. And she wants to find another bit that apparently has a lot of like magical treasure in it.
Mm.
And she wants us to try and find a book called The Codicil of White that gives them like information about Ethrine. But the book is in Oral's collection.
Okay. The
god that's bringing about eternal winter.
the one, the eternal, right? Okay.
Okay.
And we have to go ask the spirit who's causing eternal winter to give us the book.
She said that like one thing we could do in order to like find out, because obviously we'd need to find the collection or the library or whatever.
Wait, hold on. She doesn't even know where it is?
No.
How much is she giving us for this one?
Well, she's not. Did she tell a price tag?
She didn't even tell you a price.
I mean, our rates just went up.
Oh, 100%.
But if she's like, implying that like Ithrin has a lot of like very powerful things, we could get some of them.
Right, so it's 50-50 then. No, sorry, it's 70-30 our way. But did you tell us how we could get to finding out where the...
She suggested that there is is it an event, the Yarlmoot?
Location.
A location. There's a place called Yarlmoot that is like a place for giants.
Oh.
And if we can prove ourselves there, we'll be able to ask the spirits where we can find the book.
Well, let me just call up my cousin with a giant smiting hammer then, and we can go.
Oh, that's convenient you have that.
Yeah.
I don't. That was as sarcastic as I was trying to be.
Okay.
It would be useful, I imagine.
You lied to me.
No. Oh. Tears, severed hand. No, it was being sarcastic, which is a funny little joke we play on each other.
It was funny. That was just mean.
Well, it was hardly deception, Carrion. That's always the distinction I think is important. They weren't trying to deceive you to take advantage of you. They were making a joke.
I am lamenting the fact that I do not have a cousin with a giant smiting hammer, as useful as one might be right now.
I mean, it seems to. She seemed to imply that it wouldn't necessarily be like us, but proving yourself to him. I suppose would probably would involve fighting, maybe. But I believe it seems to be implied that it's not vindictive.
On behalf of the smaller folk in the party, I think the only thing that giants would see us smaller folk proving ourselves by would be fighting a giant.
Snicket holds up a stick of TNT and smiles.
I just put my hand on top of the TNT and I just sort of lower it back beneath the table.
Snicket, like as you lower it like a mechanical arm, Snicket is like sad.
Yep.
I'm not saying we don't use it during the fight, but there are candles on the table, Snicket, please. I'm not saying I won't do it. I just want to hear what she's offering for the job.
I feel like I always go on about this. While she was indeed very helpful in the fight against the dragon and all that, she's a concerning figure. Is she someone we want to be given magic items to? Great magical power?
Well, it seems to me... then, well, you make a very good point.
Because we've been here before. What happened the last time we met? Some sort of...
To be fair, everything turned out okay, and he turned to goo. So... I'm not saying that's like, you're right, we should be cautious. However, if we're probably not the only people looking for it.
That's a good point.
We still have several cults. I lower my voice to say, we still have several interested parties outside of the civilized. And if we can get someone who we know and who has helped us, we have a greater odd of getting there first, maybe, and preventing worse people from getting at it.
Yeah. We could always ask her as well.
We could always ask her. I feel like that's sort of the best policy instead of assuming anything.
Around this point, for sake of convenience, Verlaine descends the stairs and come.
Oh, Christ, you're staying here.
I thought you were going to say, like, she descends from the sea.
It's like a spider.
Yeah, just upside down from the ceiling, spider web to the ceiling.
Keeping Moss company.
Yep.
Verlaine descends the stairs, having now shed a lot of the cold weather clothing she was wearing out and about. You can see she is a stern-looking older woman with an eye patch over one eye. Human. I think she's human. She better be human. She looks human.
Are you human?
She is human.
Are you human?
Hey.
She has like an outfit of muted brown colors, and just perched on her shoulder is a snowy white owl.
Oh.
Would and she will come towards your table and look to see if there is a space to join you.
We make space. I feel like that. I feel like that's absolutely. We make space.
Yeah.
She comes and sits down and orders a breakfast and a couple of extra sausages for the owl. Morning.
Verlaine, good morning. I was just telling the others about what we discussed last night.
Ah, yes, Jarl Lamut. And
We are interested, to say the least.
it is good to hear.
Just a bit of more debates about price and what you want out of this beyond the book.
I wish to explore somewhere that hasn't been seen in thousands of years. And I'll make no secret of it. I'm a wizard. I want what all wizards want. Power over the arcane.
I think our question might be, what will you then do with that power? We've had some run-ins with some people who are like, help us get this, and then everything will be great, and it's not.
The last we've had some. We've served some. Well, worked with.
Once met. Again, quiet voice of this one. A red wizard of Fae, and when he got what he was after, he turned into goo. So.
Yeah, burn my fucking arm out of it. Then in my face.
That.
By the way, I want to quickly do one little note before we continue. Is that you see there's two bowls beside, like in front of Cherish. One's already been eaten up from her, but there's another one that's like a bowl of like some like sausages and bacon. That's like that kind of thing. And she's kind of left it for Dawn as she pops in. Just like made it for the husbando, waifu, marital partner. But yeah, please to continue.
I wish to study the spells that were in Netheril. They could do great magics more powerful than you can even wish for.
I mean, that might be the sort of thing we're worried about.
Tell us, if you could, give us an example of these ancient magics. We are not as well. I believe Carrion might be the most learned of us.
Magics could shear the tops off of mountains and hold entire cities in the sky.
Well,
And then, like, if that city annoyed you, could you let it fall out of the sky and smash into the ground?
well, I assume you'd also be on it.
You would also have been on it at the time. Their magic was not without failure, it seems. That is something else I wish to study. I want to find out why their civilization fell. What brought it to an end?
To put it bluntly, I suppose what we're concerned about is that we would help you get access to this magic, and then you would do bad, immoral, evil things with it, hurt people, that sort of thing. And we don't want to be party to that.
Could I roll an insight check against her when she says that that last bit about wanting to study why it failed?
Yes.
Such one thing about being interested in magic, and that's on Foundry, please.
Difficult to read.
Oh. I mean, history is a fascinating thing, and we do live in times post when mighty empires spanned entire continents, and we weren't just part of city-states. I don't see anything wrong with joining her at this point.
I think if you don't give us reason to doubt you or, come and do anything particularly bothersome, I'm sure for the right price we could work for you.
It's the right price, power beyond your wildest imaginations.
That is very tempting. That is extremely tempting.
Items that have not been seen, the likes of which have not been seen for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
I've met a few evil people, and that's the sort of thing that's how they sound sometimes.
Hey, but
that's the way they talk.
But Dax, we do have to remember other people out there.
If not the magic power for yourselves, then think of the problem that it might currently be causing that you could put an end to. If my research is true, and Professor Scant is hardly ever lied to me,
Professor Unai.
Hardly being the word.
to hold Ithrin aloft, they would have created a powerful magical item called a mythalar. It likely survived the crash and might have other properties, such as an ability to control the weather. Someone could be using that to do this. And she points towards the window. Carrie, could you make an insight check for me?
I don't know.
While that's happening, when she points out the window, my eyes flick to AJ before returning to my breakfast and the conversation at hand.
Okay. Okay. Where is the thing that I need to do? The thing I need to do that. This.
Then I'll tell them afterwards. Go on.
You notice, where was the bit that I needed to read you? It's on these notes.
Tell me a story, John.
You notice that for the most part, Verlaine keeps her hands tucked within each other. When she goes to point out the window, and at other points you realize now that you've noticed this as well, she has a tremor. You've noticed it affects her balance. She's been she walks with it. It doesn't seem to have thrown off any spell casting you've seen her perform. But it all sort of, as you look, as she points out the window, it all adds up that she has had this the whole time you've seen her. And you notice that she holds herself in a particular way to try and minimize the visibility of it.
Oh. Like, hello.
Hello. Hi.
Throughout this entire conversation, well, most of what the conversation, Karen has just been kind of looking down, looking very awkward as you mention mistrust of the goop, the now goop man, and all that. But then he is like kind of occasionally looking up and paying attention and everything. But then suddenly, like, looks concerned as looking at her. Miss Lane.
Yes.
I'm sorry to. I don't know if I feel I should bring this up. I'm sorry if this is awkward for you or embarrassing, but is there something wrong?
I have a condition. Yes.
Like the tremor in your hand and you're holding yourself in a way that...
Yes. I always have. I've suffered with this.
So, is that really why you want to find E3? To see if there's a way to remove it?
That or to prove that it does not hold me back.
To prove yourself?
No. Yes.
I understand it.
And sorry, somebody asked about Professor Scant, yes?
I did. Is that are you like supported by like a school or?
Professor Scant is not a professor.
Someone's just.
Oh, what was that, Tani?
I just heard a fucking firework and I just freaked myself out. Sorry. Someone's doing some fucking fireworks.
Sorry, that was me. I was showing off.
It's just one. And I'm hoping that wasn't accident. That was just intentional. Someone's hurt themselves with a motherfucking firework. We have like the fun fair called the Mart in town at the moment, but they're not really going with fireworks. It's just being on rides. I don't know where they would got the fireworks from.
Well, it is like Lunar New Year, so fireworks will be a possibility.
Yeah.
But that's last week though, guys. That was last weekend.
Yeah, that doesn't stop people from still having them and setting up at random times.
You know what? That's a fair point.
Days.
They celebrate for 10 days?
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, Professor Scant is not a professor, as you might understand. And he is a professor orb, a family heirloom. A magic item about so big, and she holds her hands out about the size of a grapefruit. It is a sentient magic item. The personality of a scholar. Professor Scant knows a great deal about the history of Netheril. He can be a bit of a chatterbox, but he has rarely led me astray.
Is there anything else that we should know that you haven't told us? This would be a good time to be open and honest, just so we all know where we stand.
Yeah. Professor Scant was stolen from me recently by a rival. I would like to see him returned if that is possible, but that is a minor concern to the greater situation.
Do you know who stole Professor Scant?
We do offer acquisition services.
A wizard by the name of Nat Lantamir.
Does that name mean anything to any of us?
You haven't heard it previously. I suppose that in the interest of being open about Professor Scant, he is also an expert in the rituals surrounding the making, bottling, and drinking of Ilvaquist.
Which is... Wait, hold on. Can I make a brewer's check?
Something that just apparently popped up in somebody's brain when I said that. There was a ping just now. Yes, if you have brewing skills...
yes, please.
Roll me an intelligence check.
You got this for this to come up.
Brewer's supplies. It's with intelligence. I'm not very smart, but Foundry, please. Foundry, please. I will take that, Foundry. Thank you very much. I'll take an 18. Thank you.
You would have vaguely heard about Ilvaquest. It is a rare elven liquor distilled from sunshine and summer fruits.
Ooh.
So that could be the reason someone would steal Professor Scant.
It seems
Potentially.
more likely that Nass is after the same thing that we are, Istlin.
Dax, can we sidebar for like half a second, please?
Well, me and you.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
you. Okay, it's just like sort of scooch over the table. We have to help.
She feeds she feeds an owl the sausage.
If other people are after this stuff and actively,
No, none of that matters anymore. I've been wanting to know how to brew Ilverquest. It's a legendary drink. Only the elves know how to make it, and they guard their recipes very secretly.
Yeah.
It would be my honor to get one over on them.
I mean,
Please.
like, out of character, we're going to do this. I want to hold up the whole quest of my going, but can we trust her? But like, I don't know. You're not helping Dax by going, I really want to make this alcohol, right? I really, really, really want to make this alcohol. So mess with the gods, mess with powerful magics, so I can make this. Is not, it's not the play.
Yeah, right. No. I'm just being funny.
Uh-huh.
I'm just being funny. For real reasons. No, for real. We should do this for the right reasons. I'm just very excited about elvish alcohol.
If we can do that as well, brilliant.
Right, yes. No, absolutely. No.
And make
I'd
some
love
money.
this to be like the end of the 20th level campaign. It's like, we've saved the multiverse, and I can make the beer now.
Which it's all about for me.
Suck it, elves.
And it ends with us all taking a sip and spitting it out because it's awful.
How awful.
This isn't ill.
We should do it.
This is during recyc.
Go back in character. You're right. We should do it to get all of those safely with us. 'Cause at least we know ourselves. And not into the hands of demon cults or any other like.
Like, for all we know of Valone, like, she's helped us.
Yeah.
That's good. She did the right thing. She didn't have to get involved with the dragon.
No, she didn't. We can at least keep an eye on her. And
Yeah. I mean, better us than she finds someone else who might,
just someone less scrupulous or with less morals.
Yeah.
Who would just go on this quest for the recipe for elvish liquor.
lots of money.
And lots of money.
Yeah. We're very good at rationalizing stuff here.
Yes, we go back to the table.
We're doing the right thing here by helping us to get lots of money. And
About this point, as you've all sort of finished breakfast, Cherish, you get a warm feeling, and you notice the bowl that you set aside for Dawn is empty.
Aw, he ate it.
You get a warm feeling. You wake yourself.
God damn it, every fucking time.
yes, so, Valone, you mentioned payment. You said things about, power you can't imagine. Sorry? Valane. Sorry, I didn't trust.
But someone else. He's trying
Yeah,
to
I
kill
know. Yeah, that's probably why it's on my mind.
No, let's be fair. It's trying to kill one person, but doing it.
He is trying to kill me. Yes,
He's being
doing
very...
Oh, he was an awful.
very
very indiscriminate about how he gets
Mate,
to me. But
My problem with him was how ugly I thought he was. But that's...
And the smell. Oh, God, the smell. Oh.
I feel like that's giving him a bit of a disservice.
Yeah. But yes, Valone, you mentioned about, power beyond measure. We need like a sort of more concrete idea of what our reward, our payment would be.
I do not know what is there to find. But you can share in the academic achievements if you wish. You can have pick of magic items. You can take the glory of ending the eternal winter if that is what happens. What is it you want?
Do you have any money? That's normally quite useful. and has a distinct value.
I do not personally at present have the sort of money that would entice someone to complete this sort of quest.
Okay.
But I will do because of doing this.
I sort of turn to the group and, magic items, favors, it sounds like, and money when perhaps I have it. How does that sound to everyone? Glory, end the winter,
I say we do it.
I was all ready to do it before this conversation, so
Elven wine.
Don't tempt me.
Is it just wine? Is it just nice wine, or does it have a greater?
It's made with sunshine.
Yeah.
Do you know how difficult it is to distill sunshine?
My thing is just don't give it to AJ.
Well,
what'd you say?
Edge is not a vampire.
Yeah, but he doesn't like the sunlight.
Right, but he's not a vampire. AJ,
Are we sure, AJ?
I?
if I gave you a bottle of wine that was distilled from sunlight, would you drink it?
Would depend. I'm more than willing to try new things.
If I promised you it wouldn't hurt you in any way, would you drink it?
Yes.
There you go.
How could you make that promise?
It's made from sunlight. Sunlight doesn't hurt a lot of things.
It does but some things it kills.
Aye, and AJ is not one of those things.
Just narrows eyes.
I even narrow eyes to Bro's like, dude.
yeah, Karen also.
Question. Quick question. I'm sure that everyone knows about what happened to AJ's past, right?
We're all.
I told everything.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm sure they were all aware. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Moss doesn't know.
Yeah, Moss is just sat there like,
Moss just thinks of all these really cool normal people. Don't shatter that illusion for Moss.
Cool and normal. Aye, cool and normal.
Moss is fully aware that while we are cool, we are most certainly not normal.
Yeah.
Oh, aye.
she has figured out that much.
Look, put it this way, Brim. I'm too overrated for sunlight.
But also,
I feel I was supposed to say sunlight's too overrated, but okay.
I'm too overrated. The sunlight.
I'm too overrated. Sunlight's too overrated. Doesn't matter. I'm more than willing to drink it. It'll be easy to get rid of it then.
Aye, there we go.
It doesn't have any, properties like restoring health or getting rid of curses.
It's just very tasty.
Yeah,
Okay.
And it gets you drunk.
it's very good liquor.
Well, it sounds like we're in.
I suppose you should head to Bryn Shander first, but
I would want to say like a minor caveat of probably not. We don't want to do anything properly evil. Okay, could draw a line at that.
noted. Properly evil off the cards. She mimes writing that down.
She may be postmodern necromancer. Just air quotes.
Yes. While you ascertain the location of the codicil, I will start looking into transportation for us.
Appreciate it. We could give the axe beaks a break.
I feel that when we are traveling to the abode of a goddess, the axe beaks may not cut it.
Aye, maybe.
I'll start.
I've nothing but good words to say about these axe beaks.
Right, true. Not a bad word against them. Speaking of
some research.
Speaking of, please, who's got the amulet at the moment? Is it me? Twelve. I have it. Oh, how close is Timothy?
Actually, I was going to say about this point, about the middle of the morning.
I just want to imagine.
Return to us.
Wonderful.
Timothy!
Yeah, this poor town singing, we've just dealt with a dragon, and then this big armored monster comes along that they don't know anything about.
You just hear like Cherish like so happily. It's shock to, especially to. It'll be a shock to, especially to Dax, where Cherish like, Timothy's here.
Just
And
a layer of snow has piled up over his head and shoulders.
Oh,
And a bird just like pops out of the snow on top of its head.
you look like you've been through a storm.
He just stands to attention.
You soldier. Shake yourself off.
Please not inside. Please not inside.
He
No, he's not inside.
shakes of the snow just... And the bird...
Well done.
Sit down, rest. You've been moving for days. We'll be moving out shortly. Yeah. Great, yeah.
He just sits down hardly on the ground in front of the tavern. The snow around him just...
I think he's fine. I don't think he gets tired or cold or anything. I think he's fine.
You do want to be nice to him. Yes.
Don't
Breaks. People have... Like, he's been running for several days.
Yeah, but I don't think
Hours. He's been running for several hours.
I think he's fine. Like I don't think he's like us in that regard.
It's true. But everyone deserves a 15-minute break
True.
to socialize with their coworkers.
Do they?
Timothy's going to a water cooler and have a chat about like television.
Sadly, I couldn't find that gift without bloody Bastion in it.
Aww. Yes, exactly.
Timothy looks around for a water cooler.
There's a water tower.
Close enough.
Anything we be careful what we say to Timothy, because he might take some things too literally, and then
Oh, no, he will. He's sat outside the tavern now. That's good enough for now.
you say to AJ like break a leg before a performance, and then
God, don't do that.
Absolute crack.
are we ready to head off to Bryn Shander?
If everyone's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Is AJ finished with their audience, like their fans?
Absolutely, he says, signing another autograph.
Still going.
What do you sign? It's just AJ, Avian of Joy.
Avian of Joy.
Whole thing.
It's like lots of
single time.
loopy letters and
Yes, a
Fairly
couple of
legible.
feather flumes as well on the side.
There's a heart over the eye.
It's like a massive A, and then a lot of like really tiny letters to be avian, but there's like far too many. Like as it goes across the page. Of giant J, a lot of scribbling. This is like far more.
Anywho, yes, I'm ready to move on to the next town so I can greet more fans.
You spend the day. I need to double check and look up the traveling times. 1 second.
4.5 weeks.
Ah, shit. You spend 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 is less than 18, so you go that way. You travel via Targos. And on your on your axe beaks, It takes you 4 hours, so you can leave middle of the morning, arrive middle of the afternoon, just as the sun is setting in Bryn Shander.
Ta-da!
And you see a number of differences with the last time that you were here. The city itself, there is some minor damage. It appears that there were some Dwegar here. But they were ready for them when the Dwegar popped out. And the damage that they caused has been kept to a minimum. And the dragon never made it to Bryn Shander. So in terms of structural damage, it is very minor. However, you can see that the streets and the marketplaces and the there is sort of a ring of tents built up around the outside of the wall of the town. In sort of various pockets, there are people from the other 10 towns. You can see one place where there are about 25 people from Dugan's Hole. With some of their livestock and some meager possessions. You can see about 75 people from Goodmead. Again, with a lot of livestock.
And no mead.
No mead.
Just a broken barrel. That's all they had.
Caer Konig, there are about 100 or so people lining the streets of Bryn Shander, including you can make out heading towards the town hall, Trovis, the silver-skinned dragonborn, who is the speaker in Caer Konig. You can see
Remember the soldier?
You can see Speaker Matthew moving towards the town hall as well. You don't see anyone from Caer Dinevel.
I'm sure that's totally for good reasons.
As you make your way through the streets, people who recognize you run up and question you, ask if you've seen their relatives, thank you for what you've done, ask if you've seen this person who lived in one of the various towns. They've had no contact with anyone from Caer Dinevel. There are lots of people who recognize you from various places. Cherish, you see the family you went to visit in Goodmead has made it here.
Okay.
You see some of the families from Dugan's Hole, where you solved the mystery of the missing people.
Is anyone looking like they're recognizing Moss or Snicket?
There are people who seem to be recognizing Snicket.
Oh god, it's that goblin again.
Some along those lines.
People like missing fingers and missing eyes from explosions and
Yeah, missing eyes, missing fingers and stuff from trying to get through a door he repaired one time.
Yeah. If they didn't want the C4 trap there, they should have watched out for it.
You can see a couple of people from East Haven who do seem to recognize Moss, but unlike in sort of the hero worship that is that a lot of the other people seem to be having with the rest of the group, this is more in a you lived there for about a fortnight.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, it's that person we recognize from helping the nice old lady that lived in that house.
Just the kind of acknowledging nod, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because some people from East Haven have traveled to Bryn Shander.
As people come past to talk to the others, Moss keeps looking up, slightly kind of hopeful that maybe someone recognizes her. And then each time just sort of looks back down.
I'll also say, just so the others don't get overwhelmed, if people start coming up to us, AJ will just kind of be the forefront and be like, I've got this.
I got this, bitches. Karen's just going to be kind of like making small, like trying to answer any question that kind of comes, but is still looking awkward because he's not used to this kind of attention.
Okay.
But so have you seen so and so? I don't know them. Sorry. Do you know anyone who survived Dinnerville? I don't know. We didn't go there. We went to, and you're just like just shuffling through.
Steps in. Now, how about I tell you?
Let me tell you all about how I just
love the idea that like anyone comes up to Carrie and AJ just like steps in after a second.
Yeah.
Am I telling? My life got turned flip upside down. I want you to take a little minute. Just sit right there.
Oh yeah, if anyone asked, we didn't really make a decision about which towns to say. We just happened to go to those places.
By the time that we were going there, they were already destroyed.
Yeah, but I don't know if people would...
Nobody seems to be questioning that at the moment.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because like if your brothers died, you might not be thinking like, oh well, yes, they made the sensible choice and go over time.
Don't worry, we have no idea if your brother's dead. We didn't bother to go.
There is not that element of the tragedy hasn't arrived yet, where it's like you went there, not here. People like it's too fresh. People are still dealing with the immediate like, where the fuck are the people that we don't know about?
So everybody stay silent, otherwise we're going to be cancelled on twitter.com.
People aren't pointing fingers yet.
Apart from Pointy Pete. Oh, he loves...
Why, obviously Pointy Pete's pointing fingers. That's all he does. He's like 7 fingers.
And all of them are pointed at us.
They're all just index fingers as well.
Yeah.
So terrifying.
I've now immediately fleshed out pointy pea. He's a flump, so he has multiple tentacles that he just points everywhere.
All of them, cursed flump, all of them, they're not tentacles, they're just individual fingers.
They're just fingers.
They're just little balls with a single index finger.
No.
GM, do these various like refugees, do they look like they're being taken care of?
To the greatest extent that the town can cope with, yes.
Yeah. Like, I know they don't have like a, huge emergency response department.
Yeah.
But like,
as best as can be dealt with under the circumstances, yes.
I just want to make sure that they weren't just like, you live out there now, and if you die, you die. No. If it was more like, we'll help as much as we can.
For the first few, like for the people who escaped Dugan's Hole and Goodmead, they are like their tent setup is within the city walls. After Goodmead's refugees arrived, the town was full. And so the survivors of Caer Konig and East Haven have had to set up outside the wall. But that's mostly because there is not the space. You head to the town hall. And do have to make your way through quite a crowd to get inside.
You know what? I will make a performance to distract the crowd so everybody else can get to the town hall.
Okay.
In fact, you know what? I'll do one better. I will cast Enthrall so everyone hasn't got a choice. I'm going to go back to back on this. I'll cast Enthrall.
That's how AJ sells out the shows.
No, literally cast Enthrall, and then I'll do enthralling performance as well.
Just going to grab a commoner real quick.
Enthralling. I think you'll find enthralling performance is not run out of designated attributes because I've never used it. So get lost game.
Yeah, they're enthralled.
All right. Well, I'll read what enthralling performance says. Can choose 4 creatures, whatever. All to make a wisdom save, and they're charmed for 1 hour. So
Okay.
I'll tell everyone to gather around, and I'll just do I will do a performance of what just occurred, but I will dramatically emphasize it to where I am the hero.
You got the final hit.
Are you wanting to give them a flashback? Is that?
I like
It's like
the
also
idea
doing
that
it
this is like the C-3PO retelling in like Return of the Jedi.
It's like I'll cast mirror image as well, like make little like make copies of me. Like you say, every one of them attacked the dragon until it was slain. It's kind of like it's like a half AJ's completely full of himself, and a half if the attention's on me, then the others aren't gonna
it ain't on everybody else.
Yeah.
But Wonka, Darth Vader.
The townsfolk just look on and can't see anyone but AJ at this point. And as you start making your way towards the town, Paul, it's not so much that you're now pushing your way through a crowd that's asking you questions. You're pushing your way through a crowd that almost can't see you over the glaring brilliance of AJ telling this story of how they single-handedly took down the dragon.
As like everyone's doing it, I'll like send a message to Brim and just say, fill me in later.
I will do.
And you push your way into the town hall, and the receptionist is stood in front of a door waiting for you. And
Can I
she...
just check? Oh, sorry, DM, carry on.
No, what do you want to check?
What was our past experience in Bryn Shander?
You came here fleeing Targos. You brought the paperwork that you had acquired at the Targos town hall.
So is this the place where we kept messing with the receptionist, or some people did, by pressing the bell and...
Possibly.
Yeah, I just wanted to be the same.
Yeah,
Really is open up.
I was thinking the same thing, and as Carrion enters, sees the receptionist, he is just going to choose prestidigitation to go.
I think it's certainly, like, we came in before as deadbeats, and now we're like, saviors.
A frown, plays across this receptionist's face as she stands ready in front of a door, and she pulls the door open at your entrance, and you see a large meeting room with a long table in it.
Enter.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You enter a large meeting room with a long table, and sat at one end of it, underneath the crest of Bryn Shander, is the speaker. The speaker of Bryn Shander, who's Duvessa Shane.
I say, I think it was. I know it was a lady. I can't remember her name.
Yes. And surrounding her, on the various seats down the table, you can see the half-orc Matthew Orus from Tourmaline. You can see Trovus from Caer Konig. You can see the speaker of Goodmead. Oh no, you don't see the speaker of Goodmead. They're not there. Neither is the speaker of Easthaven or Caer Dinevel. But Bremen, Targos, and Lonely Wood are there as well. Maxil Danarth
Maxil Denard.
is there.
Is that the triumph?
It's me, Maxil Denard.
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised they hadn't been arrested or something.
They're a bit distracted at the moment.
Well, I can do it.
Rah, there's a
All right.
dragon.
And as as you enter the room, there is a surge of applause from all of the speakers.
Including the one from Targos.
Including the one from Targos.
I'm far too high to hold a grudge, man.
Is he a bit like clapping half-heartedly, or like, I don't know?
He's not fully in it, but saving his town from destruction it goes a long way. And clearly you chose to destroy the dragon before it got to Targos.
We did.
Didn't choose to destroy it before it killed him. Like, he just happened to be there.
Duvessa Shane, despite being one of the youngest people in the room, definitely the youngest person sat at the meeting table, speaks with confidence. Congratulations. You are the heroes of Icewind Dale. You have saved the majority of the 10 towns. There is destruction and rebuilding needs to occur. But this situation would have been a lot worse without your intervention. You are true heroes of the North. We have rewards for you all. There is not enough that can be done for the amount of good that you have managed to complete, saving the lives of so many of the citizens of Icewind Dale. Speaker Matthew exclaims that he has already offered you free food, drinks, and lodging within Tourmaline. I have spoken with the other speakers, and we have agreed that anywhere in the 10 towns you will find free food, drinks, and lodging.
That is very generous of you.
We would also like to, each of the speakers would like to offer you a reward. We know that heroism is its own reward, but sometimes a monetary incentive is appreciated, and that rescuing people and the equipment that goes with it does not come cheap. East Haven, Tourmaline, Targos, and Bryn Shander would like to each offer you 300 gold.
Each.
Each.
Like, do we each get 300?
Each of us would like to offer you as a group 300 gold.
That's 1,200 between
1,200 gold.
between the 7 of us. Thank you very
Likewise,
much.
Lonelywood is unfortunately a slightly smaller town and does not have as much funding in its coffers. They would like to increase that by 100 gold pieces.
I mean,
100. Is that 100 between us or 100 each?
So yeah, between you.
could I speak to our party in private for 1 second?
Sure.
This might not sound much like me, but these people are having a hell of a time. Like, all the people outside with nowhere to live in the coldest place in the entire world. Like, maybe we give most of that money to them, or to like the relief fund. Like, that's a lot of silence from.
No, I agree with you. If we could, probably the lion's share, we could probably feed back into the town.
Yeah, like we do, as I say, like if we're going to buy stuff to do this, we do need some
We do need stuff.
that. But I don't know, I don't want to feel like us walking out here with 1,000 gold or whatever, and the people don't have a home anymore. Doesn't sound quite right.
I would be comfortable with that.
Women.
Well, not that I would be comfortable putting the gold back into the town.
Not to them being
No, that being no,
be comfortable with that. That's fine. It's a tough world.
No, I would be okay with putting some of the reward money back into it to help people.
Especially, I would say that if Lonelywood can't afford it, then we just.
Yeah.
And I know they didn't really get hit, but if they've not got the money to spare, we shouldn't take it from them.
I'd like to think all the 10 towns are going to sort of pull together in this, and it will just be like Bryn Shander looks at Bryn Shander, Tourmaline looks at Tourmaline, little, be pulling together. And so, yeah, like, I don't know, it just seems a bit taking Lonelywood's money that they don't, if they can't spare that, then.
Okay.
So, like, if we had, I don't know, what's fair, 100 each? That still seems quite a bit. 300 for all of us. We'll split it evenly.
Yeah, maybe.
Please speak up because I know I'm taking money out of everyone's pockets here. It's like
I mean, say that 300 gold split between the 7 of us is 42 gold each.
It's like, I want to rob people, but not you guys.
Yeah, that's a cheek of it.
300 golden.
Yeah.
Sure.
Aye.
As long as it definitely goes to people who lost their homes.
That's my I don't want it to go into like administrative costs. So we'll go back to the various speakers and just say thank you very much for your generosity. As a group, we've decided that most of the money will be better used to help those who've been affected in this terrible event. If we could simply have 300 gold to cover sort of expenses, I suppose, and if the rest could be put towards feeding, housing the people who've lost everything.
Those towns that were hit most by the dragon are using their money to rebuild, or are not here to be able to offer up their funds. If you wish to make this donation, it will be greatly used to ensure even swifter work. But do not feel that you need to give back everything. It is greatly appreciated.
They need it. The cold is better.
I was going to say, I don't want people sleeping in tents when, like, in this weather.
We shall ensure that it goes to rebuilding habitable habitable buildings as swiftly as possible.
I'm just going to be like casting a side eye at the speaker from Targus for all this. Like, sort of, if anything just disappears into your pockets, I'm going to murder you. That's the look I'm giving him.
He gives you a look back of, you know that some of it is.
Yeah, I'll have to kill him at some point.
Oh, probably.
Hate him so much.
Now,
Thank you very much.
is there any further assistance that the Council of Speakers can provide you with?
Is the speaker for Goodmead here?
I need to double check if they made it out of good mead.
Oh,
One second.
Several say they weren't in the room.
There isn't currently a speaker for Goodmead.
Oh,
There was to be an election.
yes.
A new speaker.
oh yeah, Goodweed was the one who got smushed by the giant thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Never mind then.
I know what's always appreciated would be, health potions, magic items, those, or if our weapons, stuff could be enchanted or anything like that. That sort of thing would always be helpful.
I will see what we can pull together. Will you stay in Bryn Shander for a day or two while we ensure this?
I think we can spare it a day or two. But we do have other... there is no rest for us.
No
soon
rest.
after that.
It.
There never is.
Oh, by the way, are some of you still doing that lottery to decide who gets killed?
By the way,
By the way,
like-
one more thing, classic Columbo style.
Subtlety and Dax do not go hand in
Not.
Moss looks very concerned.
Yeah, same here.
There are some who believe that still might bring an end to the winter.
I mean, maybe enough people have been sacrificed the past day to cover that for, I don't know, forever.
I will need to speak with the other speakers, but I think that I feel safe saying that Bryn Shander has seen enough death.
And you know, like if some places insist that, you know, just to ensure, because I've heard some things that's not always done in a fair manner, and you know, just
They are
like, you know,
surround.
if they do want to continue, maybe as a sort of gesture to the community, the speaker of the town could volunteer as tribute.
Nail narrows his eyes at you.
You know, just to show how it is all fair and on the up, and you know, like it's not just the unfortunate poor or anything who are being singled out.
I think it is safe to say that Targos has seen enough death as well.
Oh, I really want to see one more would be okay, but that seems too much for her.
We'll just... I'll just be staring daggers at him the whole time.
I don't know. I didn't. You know, we didn't just save the 10 towns. So some idiot mafia guy kill people. Seems a bit, you know.
Well, I meant staring daggers at the speaker the whole time.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, not you.
Yeah, I'm glad you're backing me up on this one.
No, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. What are you talking about? No, yeah.
I think Snicket will probably give him an evil look as well. Like a really evil look.
Unless they're in.
I'm going to tap Cherish on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Would this be? I don't know if you feel this would be safe. I don't know. Like we could come on a favor here to see if anyone knows anything about your family.
Yeah.
I would like know, you know, the what's it, all points bulletin out. For you know your family.
Yeah. Sure. I think that'd be the best start to come here. She's gonna step forward. I'm assuming we're still in the speaker area. Okay, she's gonna step forward to say, I would like to ask for either a request or any information, if you can humor me, help me in a way.
Duvessa looks at you and speak.
I am here in Icewind Dale for a reason, and that reason is to locate my siblings who have made their way here and have not told me where they are heading or where they are. my older sister Marigold and my youngest brother Kieran. Marigold, she's blonde, green eyes. She's about this height. She's like shows like she's roughly like the same height as Cherish. It's just human. Kieran, he's just tiny. He's quite young. He's red with green, almost like me, but more red and green. About this height. And I have been searching for them, and I've not been able to find them at all. And unfortunately, the lead I've had has gone cold. No pun intended, but I am wondering if you can just help me, or had any mentions of my siblings, as I fear they might be in danger.
You look around the room and sort of meet with the attention of each of the speakers.
At this point, she kind of feels a bit intense. She's like, "Oh, little people on me."
And you notice that there is an elderly dwarf.
Yes.
Sat in a chair with the heraldry of Bremen. And he is like, whereas everybody else is watching you and listening to what you've been saying, this elderly dwarf, long grey beard, long grey hair, braided in dwarven style, is just sort of staring off into the middle distance. And an aide stood behind him with a book that he has been hurriedly making notes into, whispers into his ear. Oh. Who? What? Where am I? Oh, yes. Hello. No, which one was it? And the aide points at you. Oh, yes. Hello. My assistant, what's his name, says there may have been a sighting of a red-skinned tiefling in Bremen.
Bremen? Just by himself?
At present, yes.
I turn to everybody. Big white eyes. Again, we're trying to find a reaction.
The aide leans down and... I'm sorry, I'm saying more things now.
No, I was like going to, like, I'm looking at the party, like, reaction? Huh?
Well, let's go to Bremen.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Did the tiefling had any kind of green accent on them? Like any kind of markings of green on them?
My aide has said some more things very loudly in my ear trumpet. I'm very old.
He's 92, you know.
It's 92!
He's 292, you know.
I'm very much older than 92. Young whippersnapper's 92. Oh.
Oh yeah, because he's dwarf.
Your brother, if this is your brother, may have travelled with our party to Bryn Shander.
Is he...
Is he in the city now?
Unless he's left on his own. Yes, he's...
Where is your people taking refuge at this point?
Bremen wasn't hit by the dragon.
Okay.
Heard tell of these events and knew that a speaker's council would be called. And so myself and a few others have travelled here. I'm sorry,
I'm very old.
Could we perhaps speak to the aide who seems to be more with it and has all the relevant information?
We are staying in the Northlook.
I looked to Cherish and well, let's go.
Let's go. She fucking right. She said, "Thank you, bye." Thank you for speaking.
Nice seeing you, young whippersnappers. Do whatever it is you did for... Oh, you've gone.
And suddenly, a word of the Wellington just comes out with it.
Werther's original. It's nice seeing young people being active in the political arena.
We're back. Ow.
Good. Is AJ still performing?
Probably.
Is Amy with us still?
Yeah.
Is AJ still performing?
Yeah. Now, what else would you be doing?
I mean...
Does anyone have that scene in Chicken Run where Rocky's doing that training course and then it cuts to him just on a tech chair?
Yeah.
I'm just fawning.
So I know Dax and Cherish were obviously hurrying off to this place. Was everyone else coming with us, or were you staying there?
If everyone's come back out, he'll follow, but you hear just and that's how I killed this dragon, after killing about 6 beforehand.
Carrion wouldn't have left until he was sure that the speakers had nothing else to add or wanted any more information or anything. Which certainly would have asked, is there anything else you needed to know, or...
The council of speakers would have broken up very quickly after Cherish and Dax rush out of the room. They don't ask you any further questions. The elderly dwarf just sort of leans back into his chair and starts staring off into the distance again, sort of muttering to himself and sucking on a hard sweet.
God, it'd be awful if in the real world people of such advanced age and questionable capabilities would still run things.
I don't think that would happen.
Quick question. How much gold did we get again?
If we're only taking 300, it's 42 gold each and 6 remaining.
Do you want to put it in the party bond, or?
Yeah, can do.
I'm taking 42 gold. I'm a wizard. We require tons of gold. And you've given away all of it. So,
Karen, if you want an exception to be written out for your share, and we can tell everyone that the rest of us decided to give our money to help people, and you wanted to keep it so you can cast Fireball, go ahead.
If you want a useless wizard, how are you going to do it?
Yeah, if you want a wizard with no spells, take away all his money.
So we're taking 42 each just from the sound of it.
The 300 gold split 7 ways is 42 gold.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't questioning the fairness of that. I wanted to check that's what we're all doing.
Eat the rich, feed the poor.
I think that was a yes, but...
Yeah. I make the executive decision. Yes.
Ah.
My word, please. Did Dax develop more of a social conscience on this quest, I feel?
AJ, don't give a fuck.
As the meeting breaks up, Trovis heads outside and finds AJ.
Run!
And that's how I did 5 backflips and took out its eye.
At which point Carrion would have gotten there. But that didn't happen, though. That's what are you lying to them for? What? That didn't happen. By that point, you were like caught up in a ball crying over there. You're like,
AJ.
That's my name.
I wanted to thank you and Carrion for everything you did for Ker Koenig.
Of course.
Were it not for your actions, I would have slept through the attack.
Listen, this is my home as much as yours, and I will protect it with my life.
I appreciate that. I really do, but Koenig was my responsibility. And it is something that I took my eyes off of for far too long, trying to find the answer to the question at the bottom of a glass, or a bottle, or a flask. And I need to be better than that. Ker Koenig, when we rebuild, needs me to be better than that. Those that didn't make it out deserve that I be better than that.
We all fall upon dark times, and we all deal with it in different ways.
And this is me dealing with my eyes being opened.
Precisely. So don't sink any further. You stand up for them.
I need to give you something. That
Go on.
he reaches into a pocket and hands you a hip flask.
Are you sure?
I can't have this anymore.
I will take it. Well, that is a very brave and very good start.
I thank you for everything you've both done for this town. And for what
You go
will
and
be Ker Koenig in the future.
Yes, and that's your job to make it even better.
And I hope you'll come and visit when it's rebuilt.
Well, why wouldn't I? The Haven of Joy always has to put on a performance.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
When we have a tavern again, I'm sure we'll find some way to book you for a performance.
Oh, I expect it. Well, here's my card.
It's holographic.
I don't understand what this is, but I'll...
Just says Avian of Joy. No phone number, no means to contact him.
just says
I'm not
Avian
that
of,
high level yet.
Avian of Joy. Try sending.
Try sending.
I was like, so you need a description of the person to sort of do sending. It's like, oh, they're Aarakocra, blue.
Beautiful artistic representation.
So there's a picture of AJ on the card. Send to this person. 25 words or less.
All right, well, I'm going to guess he leaves then.
Yes.
But when he leaves, I will look to Carrion and go, and how are you feeling?
He's just like kind of watching progress go. And have a big glassy eyed.
Buddy?
Eh?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine.
You look upset.
It's just he kind of like tries to find like a bench or something to, or like even like just something to sit down on.
Yeah, I'll take him away from the crowd.
It's all very it's been an overwhelming few days. It's all didn't know it'd be like this.
Hmm?
no, going away and like leaving home, leaving my mother, and traveling and everything. I didn't realize. I don't know why I didn't realize, but I didn't realize it would be like this.
I don't think anyone expects what their journey's going to be. I mean, you took a rather nasty hit. Guessing that scared you.
Which one?
The many you took from that dragon.
Yeah.
Are you still injured?
Oh no, I've
Good.
healed.
Good. I was a bit worried.
Just, it's like this, it's just like all kind of spiraling down hill very quickly in the fortress. Like the mind,
Yeah.
kind of like shudders a bit, remembering it.
Right.
Mind flayer, vision, feeling, and then the big fight in the smithing room, and then the dragon and chasing it across, and it's just so very overwhelming.
Oh, Carrion. He just like puts his arm over your shoulder. Listen. That was a lot of bad things that piled up at once. And I can imagine you are very scared right now. But it only takes one thing to break that chain. And then hopefully you'll be a little bit happier.
Hope so.
Take it from me. I was exactly in that position. I died. I got brought back in a body that I thought wasn't mine. I went from being not noticed at all to being noticed everywhere I went, and that was terrifying. But then the moment I opened my feathers for the first time, I was told I was beautiful. And that broke the chain of terror. And I told myself I would never be sad or scared ever again. And that works for me. I know some people, it helps them to be sad and scared. You're feeling it now. But we're here. We want you to be happy.
Really?
But never, ever bottle that up if you are scared.
Just feel like it'd be a bother if I didn't bottle it up.
Now, why would you be a bother?
Well, I keep causing problems.
How?
When we were in the tower, in the spire, and I trusted the wizard there and tried to help him, and
Because that's you. And you're caring, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not caring.
You are.
Oh, not then. It wasn't.
Like I said,
I wanted something from him.
I'm sorry?
I wanted information out of him.
Blinks.
I can't say everything. but I'm after some particular magical information. And I thought he might know something, and so I wanted that information. I wanted to try and ask him to see if he had it. But never got the chance. And now I caused all that problem and all that.
AJ ponders this. And then he'll pull out the books that he looted from the tower and slide them over to Carrion and just say, if you don't want to tell me, then that's okay. Take these and see if these can help you.
I will tell you. I'll tell everyone eventually, but I don't know if they'll understand.
Carrion, you understood me when I told you my greatest secret. Why in God's green earth would I not stop to try and understand you?
Maybe.
Take these for now and tell us in your own time.
Okay. I'm sorry.
One more thing.
Hmm?
Don't apologize.
Like ever or for...
I mean, if you kick a puppy, then maybe apologize, but...
Why would you kick a puppy?
Exactly. Why would you kick a puppy?
Oh, you would kick a puppy? What kind of monster would do
That's
that?
a horrible thing.
Why would you kick a puppy? They're not a puppy.
That's the point I'm making. If you haven't done anything...
They got the fluffy face.
Okay, right.
And things.
I'm trying to make a point. If you do something completely unforgivable, maybe saying an apology would help. But if you haven't done anything bad, if you wanted information, then you wanted information. You didn't endanger us. You were just curious. But
Just looks down.
I will wait. I am very patient, you know. I am over 180 years old.
Okay.
Now, would you like to go somewhere else?
I want some milk.
Then let's go and get some milk.
We totter off to get milk.
I will link arms with him. So, if anyone tries to, catch up with us now, I'll shoo them off.
Meanwhile...
Cherish,
Yes.
I assume that you beeline to the Northlook.
Yes, I try and find what it is. Then
You have been to the Northlook previously. This is the tavern and inn within Bryn Shander. It is where I believe you had your first bonding session as a group, where you started to tell each other your secrets, including Cherish informing the group that she was looking for her family.
Yes. Well, ain't that just a wrap around, isn't it, guys? So that's if it happens.
You head inside a few paces in front of Dax, who has followed you here.
Yep.
And you see sat somewhat awkwardly at a bar stool at the bar, a red-skinned tiefling with green accents and small horns.
she immediately beelines to the person.
And as you get about halfway across the north look, he looks round to the door and he sees you and he launches himself off of the bar stool towards you.
Kieran!
Challenge.
Kieran! God's name is just probably squeeze, hug him. Kieran!
Breathing.
Sorry. Releases. Grabs face, looking around, making sure there's no scars in this poor boy.
He looks.
Yes.
He's missing an arm.
He's missing a fucking arm!
He is perfectly fine.
Just a perfect boy. It's just all no custody.
I'm 18.
Oh, Kieran, what happened? Why? Where's your sister? Where's Marigold? Where's Mary?
Mary is she's searching for something.
She left you?
In Bremen, I was safe.
Oh, your sister's gonna get a fucking smack from me when I fucking see her.
I'm safe.
I know, but
And I
anything can
heard-
happen.
Yes, I heard the stories of a pink-skinned tiefling with green hair fighting a dragon.
Green hair. That seemed to be a wrong tiefling.
Well, stories travel faster than hair color.
Yeah, clearly you know it's me, but I don't have green hair. No, I have green hair.
I know that you have green bits in your hair.
I know.
I assumed it might be you.
Yeah. Well, it seems like we found it. Well, if anything, Kieran, it seems like we got it from our fucking dad.
Our father?
Yeah. I don't think you remember him that much. I barely remember him as much.
Is that why
Look,
Mary dragged us up here? Or
I
dragged
don't
me?
know. I don't know, Kieran. Look, come with me. We need to sit down and have a big chat with this. You can meet the team I'm with, my friends I'm with. And you can tell us from the start of why you're here and what is up with Marigold.
I'll try what I can, but she's not told me everything.
If anything, you see that Sharon's just like starts like tearing up and just hugs Kieran again. Oh, you have no idea how I'm happy to see you, Kieran.
Hi, Kieran. I'm Dax.
She's still hugging Kieran, so he's like,
He tries to reach a hand out to shake it through the hug.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kieran. I may be squashed for a while.
I don't know if I've ever seen Cherish cry. Is that say this to him?
yeah, I was crying earlier when that one incident up that cabin. You just didn't see because I was dead. Time.
Yeah.
Don't ask any questions, Kieran.
I have several.
We'll catch up. Okay.
It sounds
trying
like
to,
we both have stories to tell the other.
She's like probably like making sure that he's there. He's like proper she's like proper looking, like squishing him, like okay, you're real, you're not an illusion. Thank the gods. Okay, all right, let's get back. You're coming with me, and you're not leaving my side ever again. Okay? You may be 18, but you're still not leaving my side.
I get the feeling that by your side is going to be some very dangerous places if you are fighting dragons.
Look, I promise it will just not this time. Shut up.
Well, we killed the dragon, so there'll be no more dragons at least.
Still, we still got other things we need to deal with.
Dragons.
No. Who's going to fight two dragons in one lifetime? It's not going to happen.
You guys, come on. Well, let's get to the other people.
Tanny.
I'm going to say cherish. John.
Yeah.
Donkey.
I would like you to pick a word from the following three.
Okay.
You don't get to know what this means yet.
Okay.
Your choices are barbaric, transposed, or underhanded.
What does transpose mean?
Swapped, basically, doesn't it?
Yes.
Barbaric, transposed, or underhanded? No. Barbaric. Yeah, let's go for barbaric. Barbaric.
At this point, with this level of completion of your personal quest journey, Netherlight gains a new property.
Ooh.
Netherlight is now a barbaric weapon.
No.
In addition to everything else you do with Netherlight, if you reduce a creature to 0 hit points using it, you have advantage on your next attack.
Oh, sweet. Right, that sounds great.
I will make notes of that on Netherlight between sessions. But that is a new property for Netherlight.
Make it a large.
The group...
Now use it on your brother.
The group gathers together again.
We sip on milk.
Yeah. Just big cup.
Is there any deep and very meaningful conversations that Moss and Brim would like to have at this point?
So
Yeah. The only thing that I've got really is now that I know that the speaker for Dargos is here, I will be constantly looking over my shoulder at literally everyone who comes to approach me,
Okay.
just in case I get stabbed from the front or the back
or the side.
or the side or above
Like drop
Or below.
or below.
or in a skew angle.
I'm on guard, just constantly.
Just
Okay.
walking over a manhole cover, it bursts open, you get stabbed. Right in my nachos. Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
Moss went on to wherever they were staying, and is just sort of sat in a quiet corner, essentially. And she's
Okay.
just writing in her diary.
then AJ and Karen come in, order milk.
Sit down. Don't explain anything.
It's just like AJ just has it with a straw. Actually, no, AJ goes one extra. He brings his own twirly straw.
I was going to say it'd better be a twirly one. He spent weeks whittling a straw into a curly shape.
A wooden straw.
AJ's that one meme of like Kermit the Frog drinking milk from a straw.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
how does a straw work with a beak?
Well, how does drinking normally work with a beak?
There's lots of questions.
Well, you see a voice in
Drinking
the
with-
sky.
drinking with a
I
beak
pinch
more
the straw.
Normally is drinking with the beak. Normally is you scoop and tilt head back, scoop tilt
Yeah.
head back.
I pinch it with my beak and I suck. and the milk goes up the straw into my beak, and then I tip my head back and swallow it. See? Clear as day.
Excellent.
My voice sounds strange because I'm drinking.
Tends to have that effect on the throat, you know?
I would drink a whole gallon of milk if it meant that Carrion is happy. I would go out and murder 10 dragons if it means that Carrion's happy.
Murder. That sounds like you like sneak up on them who are perfectly nice dragons and just,
Oh, hello there. Welcome to my dragon shop.
Well, hold on there, AJ. I thought in the tale that you told just earlier today that you'd already murdered 10 dragons.
Yeah, another 10.
Yeah.
That was metaphorical. Anybody could be a dragon.
What? Alright, and what metaphorical dragon will you be taking on to make sure that... What were the other 10 metaphorical dragons then? What were they metaphors for?
The Iraq War.
Probably.
What is that?
Sorry.
Capitalism.
Hello.
The Industrial Revolution.
I mean, if I had to choose, probably the Drow Court, because they are, what's the word? Bitches with a capital B.
That's
Sorry to dampen the mood. Do you want more milk?
Yes, please.
I'm okay, thank you.
Well,
So, could you fill me in on what you were talking about in the poll?
who's going to go with that?
I gave away a lot of, we gave away a lot of money.
Mm.
Yeah, we were offered a big reward, and we decided it would be better spent helping the sort of refugees.
That's a fair deal.
And they said how awesome we were, and we might try and get some magic items.
Oh, so Dax is back. Me, Dax, and Cherish, and the boys back. Yeah.
Yeah, or united.
Yay! So you can see that everyone beats Kieran.
Just looks at him,
Hawks
for a
hope.
moment, looks at him for a moment, goes back to milk.
It's my brother. It's my brother.
What?
If this is Kieran, my brother. This.
You have a brother?
I immediately look at Ajax. Like
Ajax.
Ajax.
I've lost the plot now,
You
guys.
could easily look over at the soap.
I immediately look at AJ. I give him the look of, where have you been? Can you remember the reason why I'm here? Look.
I thought you were just here to flirt with your partner all the time.
AJ,
Yes.
I mean,
not long ago, I had expressed the reason why I was here was to look for my siblings.
I'm just messing with you.
AJ does know when you do flirt with your spouse a lot.
Correction, he flirts with me more while I just kind of sit there taking it all. Okay.
I get you.
This is my brother. This is Kieran.
Oh, I was just expecting to go through a whole massive rescue to find one of you, because you've been very elusive. But also, nice to meet you. I'm the Avian of Joy, as you probably know, Ruffles Feathers.
I've been very recently in Bremen, but I've
Oh, in that case, we've not been to Bremen yet. That's probably why we never find you.
Ruffles Feathers aggressively.
So please, so just like kind of leans towards going, please comment on his plumage. He's very sensitive.
your feathers are very nice.
Thank you.
I think like the grey streaks and the feathers like really sort of make the colour pop.
You seeing I got grey feathers?
Yeah, that's it. You're going grey.
By aging!
Aging of joy, more like.
Just like panics and checks all their feathers.
I'm joking. I'm just getting back at you.
It's too late. The damage has been done.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. So she basically just like almost scared the crap out of me, thinking that you've forgotten the reason why I was here.
No, not at all. Well, like I said, lovely to meet you. Will you be staying with us?
I don't believe I have a lot of choice in the matter.
Oh, wonderful. It's always good to have a new friend.
Cherish will apparently not be letting me go.
Sounds sinister.
It is a bit sinister, but
It does sound a bit.
I apologize. I think it's like
Sinister.
classic. No. It's the fact that I don't like the idea of losing you again, okay? Just bear with me for a moment.
It will be safer if you leave me in a town. At least then you'll know where I am.
Yes, that is, I know. I'm just happy I found you, okay?
I understand.
we need to
promise
make a good plan of where you would be safest. With us somewhere secure.
We can work that out. I suppose Marigold.
You can say Mary. That's normally we call him Mary for a little short.
Mary. She booked us both into lodging at the Buried Treasure Inn at Bremen.
Right.
Into Goodmead. She heard some story, and we went north. I don't know the details. She found out something about Mum.
I think I found something out about Mum as well.
What is it?
Do you remember when we used to play hide and seek?
Yeah.
And that time, right?
You found that box.
Yeah, and Mum had a good old yell at me.
Yeah, she didn't let that go for a while.
She didn't know. Well, in that box there was some sort of necklace of a symbol. A sword, I think it was.
Yeah, the Mum's old necklace. The sword.
Well, I came across a certain amount of people that had that kind of sword who... Can you remind me again, Bryn, what that kind of group of people was again? You researched about them.
Oh, the cultists, or the other cultists, or the noble family bankrolling most of them, or just the ones that are up here, or the ones that are along the Sword Coast, or
The one with the sword. With the necklace
oh
and the
yes, aye. Let me get my notes here. Like the Sword of Levistus, I believe there's something along the letter that I'm on note.
I'm just, while we're talking, I'm just currently creating a little Kieran icon for people to find. Because I found out there's a cute little tiefling making pick crew you can make of.
Yes, the Knights of the Black Sword. They've been around the 10 towns the last few months. We bumped into them. They're devoted to Levistus. And they've been sort of showing up in droves since the Eternal Winter started. And the fun, sort of unusual trait that they all sort of share, or the initiated share, is when they are killed or tried to knock out or anything, their bodies will freeze solid for 9 days. And during this time, they cannot be harmed, thawed, or revived in any way. So,
Yeah.
we bumped into them and decided not to fight them, which was smart because we were hurting, but I'd love to drive my fist into one of their faces.
Cherish.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Mari.
That's why I'm worried about that. That's why I'm worried about her too.
I haven't seen the person that's sponsoring, bankrolling our travels.
If you want to know something, you see this weapon I've got?
Yeah.
This is Dad's. It was found in... This was found in Adoega Fortress.
Dad was killed by them.
I don't know where he is. But it seems like his weapon didn't come with it. But my suspect says that he's already gone.
Cherish, I haven't seen the person who bankrolled us getting here, who's been helping us get around.
Not at all.
But I have seen Mari talking to herself when she thought she was alone.
Okay. This is worrying. My only worry is that she seemed to be following where Dad has been.
And if he's not around anymore...
Thing is that we don't know where he is. There was at one point he did a mission for somebody, and it was to retrieve a certain ring. And unfortunately, he went out, and this was in Goodmead, correct?
Yes.
This was in Goodmead, and he went off to receive this ring. Unfortunately, he didn't come back. The ring came back instead.
Is that who Mari was visiting there?
I think so. Like, I got word that she was there. And with who the sponsor is. And ever since then, that's where my lead kind of went cold. Like, there was nothing indicating where else she went.
We went straight from Goodmead to Bremen.
Right. Was there anything in Brenham that made her stay over there, or was it just for you to be safe in?
It was a place for me to be safe because she told me to stay there.
Right. Okay.
Unless I found you.
I just don't understand why she didn't give me more information of where she was going.
I don't know if she knows.
Okay, I'm going to ask you another question, Kieran.
Yes.
As you know, I haven't been there, I haven't been to see the family in, let's say, I guess a couple of years. When was what was happening in the household? Were you still with Mum and Marigold?
Right up until Mari found this truth out, the connection to the origin of the magic, I suppose.
Origin of the magic?
She comes from this cult. That's clearly where she got her arcane training. The arcane training that she's shared with Mari.
Right.
Is Mari looking for the people that Mum used to work with?
And God's name, and whatever is listening, I hope she isn't.
Or is she looking for somebody who stopped Mum?
Is Mum still about when Mari left?
Yeah.
Did she seem different? Did she seem different?
She's been harsher for a few years.
Sometimes I wish I didn't leave you too. But
Mari takes care of us.
I know she does. You know, Mum never improved the marriage. But Mum...
No. She never forgave you.
Yeah, I figured as much. Well, is there anything else you know that is of any importance that I can find out where she went?
She either went after the cult or tried to follow Dad.
But I think those are the two leads. Finding Dad's going to be a bit difficult. The other one might be something interesting to find.
Wherever she went to, she left Bremen.
Right. Did she have anything belonging her that's left behind?
No. Other than me, no.
Right. Okay. She's just going to sit down for a minute. Just like... Well, she's already sitting down, so she's just going to sit there for a moment. Just think. She's going to sit down. She's going to like lunch a bit. She's like, okay, the fuck is going on here?
I'm safe, sis.
I know you are.
I can help with rebuilding.
Well, have you picked up any skills?
I can work on it.
Has anyone been training you lately? With your fighting and all that? Sword?
Mari does not make a good sword fighter.
No, I would have figured that your friends would have helped you or something.
It's been a few months since I saw anyone outside of this ice-covered realm.
We'll be back soon.
I've tried to practice where I can with training dummies or with Mari, but only gets you so far.
Right. I look to Dax and Brim. What is our next plan?
Relax for 2 days before receiving our just rewards, and then heading to... Where did we say we were meeting Verlaine?
I believe Verlaine was intending on preparing transport for us to get to Ithril. We need to find where Ithril is. No, we need to find where the book is to
Where the
find
book
Ithril.
is to find Ithran. She is preparing transport for you to get to where the book is.
Mm-hmm. We need to get to Yarlmoot. Is that right?
Yes.
I think we're just essentially waiting for Valone to say she's got things organised, and then we can journey on. Is that right?
It's like, I think...
Well,
Verlaine
you've got
was
to
like-
get to Yarlmoot.
Yeah, the transport is to get to Ithril. Yarlmoot.
The transport that she is preparing is to get you to the book that will tell you how to get to Istara.
So we need to get to Yarlmoot, wherever that might be. So, looking for it. Looking for it. Asking
which-
about it. Whatever.
Dax, you would know Yarlmoot.
I would.
Mostly as a location that you would typically try to avoid.
Oh, why would that be?
Because it's where the frost giants meet.
Oh, those dicks, yeah.
Yes. Yarmut. Leader meeting.
There you go. It's
Yeah, because I don't like giants.
It's about 26 miles west of Bryn Shander. it'll be about two days travel, a day and a half to 2 days of travel, following the Shanegarn River.
Okay.
So you know where you're going. It's not easy travel because it is out over the tundra again.
It's easy for me.
It's easy enough, but as transport goes, it's not the easiest.
No.
It's not going along roads which are nice and clear and maintained. So at the very least, you have an idea of where you will need to head to get to where you need to go. And I think that this is a good point to stop for the evening.
That was heavy.
Say something to Moss just while moment. So Dax will speak to Moss, probably just in a quiet moment, to and say, Moss, if you want to try and find out about yourself, this might be the perfect time. We've got like half the leadership of the 10 towns here. They owe us massive favors. We found Kieran in about 2 minutes when we asked. If there's, it's sort of biggest concentration of important people right here who can do things, it might be the time to ask.
Yeah, you're right. I'd hope someone would recognize me, but yeah, I'll talk to them in the morning.
And any more have come back of your memory?
No, just I've not really stopped to think. I just had to help people. They'd lost so much. Yeah, I don't know. It's been so much, and there's just been so much rushing. There's not been time to stop,
Yeah. We've got a day or two here. Or we can try and sort some things out. As I say, I feel quite positive because I've been searching for Cherish's family for a long time, and you ask one question here and, half of that job's done.
I'm glad she found them. I wonder whether someone's missing me like that. I don't want them to feel like that.
Does you have a cherish of sorts looking for you?
I kind of hope so. I don't know, but they've been, from the short time that I've known you guys, they've been fairly tireless in searching, so
maybe we could put some sort of message out about, people put like a missing persons thing out to say, like, I'm looking for this person. We could do like the opposite. Say found person, but we don't know who they are.
that's a good idea. That could work. Yeah, but we'll look at it in the morning. Is it?
Oh, I just thought I'd mention it as an idea.
Yeah. Are you okay? You've been tracking lots of recent. Have you rested enough?
You know what? I'm great. This is the best I've been in a long time.
Okay.
feel good.
I'm glad.
I mean, I spent a lot of my life being a bit bearer of a lot of bad news to people.
Oh,
So, I mean, in fairness, that bad news was like coming from my family. Like, and so we were the bad news. So yeah, I don't know, feels good to be actually doing things that are unequivocally good, saving people.
yeah. And helping the towns with money as well was very nice of you to suggest.
I mean, that's hard though, because I do want money. But yeah, I don't know, it just would have felt wrong running out with pockets full of gold and just kind of literally walking past streets, like where the refugee camps. It's, you know.
Yeah. You're kind and thoughtful.
Thank you. Again, there's not things I've heard much in my life. A lot. There's places in the 10 towns where people, you know, literally cursed me or tried to curse me because of my family and what we have done, and you know. So I don't know. It feels nice that people might like me now if I turn up a place, and it won't be there's a person who works for the hags. It'll be there's the person who killed that dragon.
Yeah, you're working to change it, which is cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
And the very last thing, John, that I want to take out, I just want to say to Cherish, was obviously like some time ago, Cherish hired me to help find her family. I believe I charged her a copper. And I just want to say, you know, so we're halfway through the job of finding your family. So that's a progress review for you.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad, but it makes me even more worried about my older sister at this point. I don't know what she's planning on doing, but I'm realizing now that because she's like Carrion, she does magic by learning it, whereas, you know, as sorcerers, they're born with it. Me, I gain it from someone else. She learns it, and if she's learning magic by my mother, it makes me even more worried about her well-being and what she might be becoming.
I mean, take from this that, you know, from not having any knowledge of your family for some time, you've found one person today, and last time they saw your sister, she was well, alive, doing things. Things could have been a lot worse.
Well, the information I've just heard of her speaking to herself and no one's there, and just promptly thinking about what her actual aim is something that I feel like we shouldn't ignore.
Oh no, but I mean, I speak to myself at times when I talk to my mums. Do you ever speak to Dawn? As if, you know, what if someone was to perceive you?
Yeah, but I don't say it out loud. I do it in my head. That's probably the reason. Maybe notice why I'm always in the zoning out all the time is because I'm doing that.
Oh, I just thought you were rude and not paying attention. Then
I keep forgetting to zone out. So zone out is his fault, really.
We'll find out.
I just hope we can.
Yeah, it's my job. I've got to do it. Made a deal.
You did.
Always keep the deal. That's me done extending tonight's session.
And so with that, we'll call tonight's session
I
to a
want to
close.
do a quick monologue that's going to take about 2 hours.
Somebody else can turn off the stream when he's done.